Hey everyone. One of the worst jobs that you could possibly have is being a politician, because it's one of those careers that it consumes all of your life. Like, there's no border between work and personal time. Plus, there's not really a lot of avenues to quit. Like, you can either retire quietly, or you're caught in a scandal so bad that you're forced to leave by your own party. I guess if you're that bad at your job of being a politician, you might resort to like the worst stuff ever, so you can maybe scrape up some votes from some equally minded sick people, like throwing out your cast in a huge ocean in the hopes of finding citizens as weird as you. I don't really look that much into German politics, but I have to admit, I'm really interested now after this story of the German politician Martin Neumayer. And I'm just gonna jump into it, because if you have a weak stomach, I highly recommend you skip for like a minute or two, because all in all, I'm just gonna show a clip of a man licking and kissing public toilets. This is probably the worst video I've ever done in my life, but this story is so bizarre, I promise to you, I feel like I have to talk about it, because in what universe you see a politician, a pretty big one, like big enough that his name has a little bit of weight online, that he does this kind of stuff and uploads on the internet for everyone to see. And I'm just gonna show it now, take caution. Oh my god, it's the worst part ever. The way he looks, it's like in a movie where you see like someone leaning over, they pick it up, you don't know what it is, and he picks up the toilet brush. The worst part ever. It really feels like some sick, twisted like indie movie by like some student that wants to torture the audience as much as possible. So like they have like a torture scene going for like 5 minutes straight from like a still angle, which just keeps going non-stop to cause you as much pain as possible. You know the one clip in Bone Tomahawk where a man's basically being scalped, and he's being torn right from the seams, the worst part from below, and the camera just stays on him. This felt like that, and of course I'm not gonna show that clip because I don't want to have two awful clips to put away the audience. I want the people to watch my video at least, bare minimum. And you know what, even though I said in the beginning of the video there's a politician, there's no way in hell he's gonna be in any position of power after this video, where it got pretty popular as well. Popular in the worst meaning of the word, I don't think people would clap and cheer for this video, I don't know. But then I realized it'd be pretty scary if he never like uploaded the video, but he still did it, and then at some point in the future he became president, and he still kept this weird sick desire somewhere within him throughout his term. Even if he didn't, force his kink on the German citizens, that's still pretty eerie to think about. I genuinely can't think of any reason why he would do this apart from just being sick in the head. When I first saw it, I saw the caption German politician, so I was like, oh, maybe it might be for like a campaign where he's like showing his faith and trust in the cleaning sector by kissing and licking public toilets, as in they're so clean, he doesn't care like what disease he gets from it, and he has that much trust in it. But then the whole theory was shattered when you see like how disgusting the place is. Like when I first saw the graffiti, I was like, oh, this might not be like some stage event, it might be like actual authentic disgusting stuff. And that brush pad was just the last nail in the coffin, like good god. But from what I read throughout the video, he keeps on saying punishment in German and says I don't really see the language, he might be, I don't know.
So, hallo, als kleine Strafe für diesen losen Sklaven, den ich euch leider angeschleppt habe, bin ich jetzt hier auf dem Bahnhofsklo.
But even then, it looks pretty happy for it to be a punishment, I mean, come on. Now, me personally, I don't know jack shit about him, but he must be like a failing politician to still be like in his party. Like he might have friends or family that have more control in that party, so they kind of drag him along because he has nothing better to do. Like that one brother of George Bush, with the worst name ever, Jeb Bush, where I think he tried to run for president or mayor, and every single campaign he did was just so miserable, like some kid begging like people to just vote for him just once. Not even his sick ghoul of a mom gave a shit about him, like at all.
Best news of the day was my mom finally told me that I was her favorite.
Oh, no, I didn't. You mean of all the children?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
But back to this German freak. When I first saw this video, I saw something like snapped in him, that he went insane, and that was like his first action to quit his career. But then the more I read about him, as a politician in general, he's done like equally sick-minded stuff that haven't really gained as much attention, but it's still just equally as awful. From one thing I read in an article, he had a video where he was singing the German World War II anthem, the one, while masturbating rectally with a sex toy. Oh. G5 publisher, even they were too embarrassed, to put this article without like censoring 100 times. And just bear with me for a second, because the next paragraph it says, he also made a mustache from feces while role-playing as the former Chancellor, Adolf Hitler, in one more such footage. Good God, that stuff is sickening. If it was like some random guy like in a village where he lives with no one and just sick in the head, he does videos online, I wouldn't care that much. I mean, I would, because it's awful. But if I like some politician that lives in a city with a bunch of other people, my God. I don't like when people are like, oh, stop joking about Germany, they've moved on from World War II. But then you have people like this, like someone from the Democratic Party, complete juxtaposition from the past, but even they themselves, they embrace the history wholeheartedly. Also, I want you to read the last sentence of this article because it's so funny. For a population of 70,000 estimated to vote, Numa is the FDP's candidate for upcoming local elections in a Swabian city. 70,000 people. That's only gonna be like dirty old rotting men that were like this equally sick when they were young, they want to support him.
I like that video. I'll give her my vote.
But overall, this kind of sick story in Europe as well really reminds me of that one like Hungarian politician that was really anti-LGBT, and he made like a big part of his campaign like, I hate and all that kind of stuff, like, But in Leon's Korea, he was caught like running away from an orgy of a bunch of different men as well. So he started like cover up the fact that he was gay as well. Well, like, who cares if he was? But one big part of his campaign, like, that I really stood proud of, was like complete contact with his own personal life. Where no matter like how damaging it is for his career, he could now repress this kink of his. And similar to that German bastard, it's like that, but he has no shame at all. Going out happily and posting these videos everywhere online. I'm not saying it makes it better, because it definitely doesn't. But after this video, I really hope he's proud of that one single person he won over compared to like everyone else he lost, also like ruin his career. Good job.